Hey, creative souls! Welcome back to day 2 of our 21-day journey to unleash your potential. Today, we're going to break through something powerful: fear. We've all felt it, that little voice inside our heads telling us we're not good enough. Fear can be a wall, but it doesn't control you. In fact, fear is often a sign that you're on the edge of something big. Every time you've stepped outside your comfort zone, that fear was there. But so was the growth. So how do we break through fear and unleash the potential we know is inside of us? Let's dive in. We're often taught to ignore our fear, to power through. Society tells us to be brave, to keep moving forward without hesitation. But shoving fear under the rug makes it fester. It grows in the dark, becoming more intimidating the longer we avoid it. The first step to breaking free is simple: acknowledge the fear. Recognize its presence and understand that it's a part of you. Look it square in the eye and say, "Hey, I see you." This act of recognition can be incredibly empowering. Fear is a natural human emotion, wired into our DNA. It's an ancient response designed to keep us safe from harm. It's trying to protect us, even if it's often misguided. Sometimes it overreacts to situations that aren't truly dangerous. Get curious about your fear. What exactly are you afraid of? Failure? Judgment? The unknown? Understanding the root can help you address it. Naming the fear can take away some of its power. It becomes less of a monster and more of a challenge to overcome. Have you ever been really worried about something, only to find out the reality wasn't nearly as bad as you imagined? This is often the case with fear. When we shine a light on our fears, we often realize they're just shadows. They lose their power in the light of understanding. So take a deep breath and ask yourself, what am I afraid of? Write it down, say it out loud, confront it, and you'll find it's not as daunting as it seems. Okay, so we've acknowledged the fear. Now let's reframe it. Fear is a natural response, but it doesn't have to control us. Fear and excitement are two sides of the same coin. They both create similar physical sensations in our bodies. Think about a time you were really excited. Didn't you also feel a little flutter of fear? That's because the line between fear and excitement is often very thin. What if, instead of seeing fear as a stop sign, you started to see it as a compass pointing you towards something extraordinary? Fear can be a guide, not a barrier. Reframe fear as excitement and open yourself up to the possibility of something amazing. Embrace the unknown and let it fuel your journey. The next time you feel that familiar surge of fear, ask yourself, what if this fear is actually excitement in disguise? What new opportunities could this bring? What if this is a sign that I'm on the verge of something incredible? Embrace the feeling and let it lead you to new heights. Chapter 3. Take small, bold actions. Courage isn't the absence of fear. It's acting in the face of fear. It's about feeling the fear and doing it anyway. You don't have to do it all at once. Start by breaking your goals into manageable pieces. Break it down into small, bold actions. Each small step builds momentum. What's one small step you can take today to move toward what you're afraid of? Think about it. Maybe it's sending that email, making that phone call, or reaching out to someone you admire. Signing up for that class, or enrolling in a new course to learn something new, or sharing your work with a trusted friend. Getting feedback can be invaluable. It doesn't have to be a giant leap, just a step in the right direction. Every step counts. Think about training for a marathon. You'd start with a mile, maybe 2. Gradually, you build up your endurance. We build our courage muscle by taking small, consistent actions. Repetition is key. Every time you take action, you prove to yourself that you're stronger than you think. Celebrate those small victories. Remember, you are stronger than your fear. You are capable of far more than you think. With every step you take, you're becoming the person you were always meant to be. So today ask yourself, what's one thing you can do to face your fear head-on? Your potential is waiting for you on the other side. Until tomorrow, keep pushing forward, stay creative, and don't let fear hold you back. You've got this. If you enjoyed this content, please show your support by hitting that like button, subscribing to the channel for more updates, and sharing it with your friends.